Hello everyone, I am Renowned the Zero, and today we're going to be talking about, yet again, Mr. Actual Fandom, who likes to openly call everyone Istanphobes, and yet he is openly proud to agree with people who are being these things that he likes to call other people, and being for things like cancel culture. So we're going to go through these videos. Shout out to RippaVerse Goalpost Twitter account. If you don't follow them, because this person does great reporting of all this, and it's very, very good. I use it for videos. It's good stuff, and I want people to be aware of how disgusting these people are towards people like Ripper, towards people even like Ethan Van Skyrim, towards people that they debate. So I'm gonna start right here with this cancel culture one, that they're defending cancel culture in this clip right here. Let's take a listen.
To a lot of my analysis of these types of claims about wokeness and cancel culture is like, even if we're saying that this is somehow a bad thing, how about the fact that it happens from you guys all the time? How about the fact that
it definitely doesn't happen from people all the time. It only happens to people who disagree with the narrative, the leftist narrative. That's literally the only type of people that it happens to.
when it comes to pandering, you want certain things to be a certain way for you, but not for other people. When it comes,
No. There's a difference between pandering and following lore. The people that are out there, like Gary from Neurotic, Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, Eric July of Young Rippa, they're not pandering. They're not, like with Eric, for example, he didn't make a black character to appease black people. He made a black character that's original, has a good storyline, has a good backstory. It doesn't preach down to the audience, similar to how Marvel and DC will use a tokenized character like Miles Morales or any other random black character, race swapped character, I should say, to pander to a certain group. What they want is they want people to stick to the lore and stick to the way a character was visually created to look in a comic book, because comic books are a visual medium, and if you're going to bring it to the big screen, they want people to see the characters as they are portrayed from comic medium to live action.
comes to cancel culture, you the way certain people's audiences behave whenever there's an opinion they don't like. It's all allow.
You're literally acting this way right now because Eric July has an opinion you don't like. So please stop being a hypocrite.
Allowing these people to exist on YouTube dominant for so many years has and played a large part in implanting.
They're dominant for so many years because people realize that the stuff that they're being given is white man bad, male bad, female superior to male in every way, can beat up 300-pound dudes and they're 100 pounds, 120 pounds. It's just unrealistic.
These concepts in people's minds as being valid when they're either not valid or they're just something that is always been there to some degrees, and now it's just specific to how the internet operates. As far as like cancel culture being just social consequences that have always.
No, cancel culture has to do with people not liking an opinion you have, so they go to your employer or they go to a project you're working on and they try to get you fired from said project or company because you have an opinion that they don't like. Or in some cases, you're spitting factual statements that people don't like trans women are not women, or trans men are not men, things like that.
You can't. You go around saying certain things in the town square in the 1900s, and you might get run out of town, right? It's just all specific to the.
They are not the same
period that we're in, and
that and cancel culture on the internet are not the same. Back then, yes, you get thrown out of a town square, as he said, versus people ruining your livelihood, and essentially you're down in a ditch, homeless, and wanting to self-delete yourself, we'll say. Totally different things. You are, once again, proving to everyone that you are indeed a room temperature IQ brainlet who doesn't know what the fuck they are talking about. But let's move on to the next clip here, where he approves of his friend calling Eric July a primal ape, as well as other slurs.
Answering the questions that we had. Sure. I will point out, however, nobody called anybody a grease monkey. And
you did call Eric July a chunky monkey. We have it on video, dude. You could go look at my last video talking about this subject. I have it all on video, bro. Who are you lying to?
And the one person that did use a fucking unfortunately chosen word was me. So I mean, if you're thinking that I don't know what you're thinking here, but it doesn't seem you have your facts straight just in this comment. So don't have a lot of confidence in your analysis overall.
I'll address that anyway. I was the one who addressed the whole chunky monkey thing, and it was just because, you can, like, I didn't think it was offensive. I felt like people take it into offense, and I'm sorry that happened to you.
I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, you can call, like, I call Eric July a coon. I call him ashy and musty, and
So, again, bad words that you shouldn't be calling a black person. Basically showing how much of an ist that you are, how much of a racist that you really are. Exposing yourself, essentially.
tells me to stop. So, he definitely...
You mean me? I tell you to stop, not Eric.
Yeah. Dane tells me to stop.
That's because Eric don't give a fuck. He'll just monetize your dumb ass.
Eric thinks that I would want him, but no, I would not. No.
No, I mean, but to be fair, like, you call him what you want. I just tend to... I know that, Reggie, not to call you out, but, like, I know that you have a strong analysis of this shit. And so that's why I get frustrated whenever you go to...
None of you people have a strong analysis on anything except being retards.
To, just talking about not having eyebrows with Jeremy Griggs and stuff. It's like, man, you've got a better analysis and understanding of this stuff than a lot of people. And
it's very interesting because Jeremy makes more money than you'll ever make in your entire life. And yet the only thing you care about is someone insulting him by his appearance. Meanwhile, I'm pretty sure he actually hangs around beautiful women and makes more money than you.
I wish you just kind of use that more is all. And also you calling those names that you said, those descriptors, is just like, I can't call him that. So I'm, I'm not going to call him that. So give me something.
He can't call him that, but if supposedly, quote unquote, he could, I'm sure he would call Eric July these disgusting things.
Can you?
But the thing is, it's just like, I want you to understand, anything that I say about Jeremy, Ryan, Ethan, Richard, any of those guys, it is not as bad as what Eric said about Bob. It's not what Ethan did. It's not what Richard tried to do when...
Again, showing no evidence of anything that they did or said, which, if you want to know, Eric called Organized Chaos a groomer because he wants to teach sexuality to 2-year-olds or second graders. And this is all on film. This is not my opinion. Go look at one of my previous videos or one of Eric's previous videos. You can actually look at the live debate listen to the live debate that they had and see this is a factual statement that he actually said that.
He tried to get people fired from Marvel.
He definitely didn't try to get people fired from Marvel. He clearly was offering people who worked for Marvel better opportunities and more money and actually getting paid, unlike being at Marvel where they don't get paid or even paid well. So we're jumping into this last clip here. last clip here. Talking about Ethan Van Sciver, apparently. So let's take a listen. It's the first time I've heard it, so I'm going to react and give my commentary, of course.
About cancel culture when they messed up their own bag.
Right. I can't believe that Adam actually did the he got fired for voting for Trump thing.
Yeah,
like,
it's such a bullshit line.
take that all. No, here's the thing.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was actually true. So, considering that most comic book artists in the industry right now are raging leftists who have serious TDS.
Ethan has a problem being online. Everybody knows that. Ethan.
No, he doesn't. Ethan Van Sciver has zero problems being online. He has problems with people telling him what he can and can't do with his business, like Patreon has recently, and the things that he says online.
Doesn't make deadlines. Everybody knows that.
He may not make deadlines, but he actually delivers. He still delivers his campaigns. Because stuff comes up, you know, like he does have a family to take care of and support. Like, comics is his job, but he does have a family to support. And he delivers amazing campaigns and great product, even with delays. And he adds extra things in for delays happening.
And Ethan is hard to work with. People don't like working with.
Clearly he's not hard to work with, considering he has a circle of people like John Malin and Shane Davis and a bunch of other people that they do a podcast with, and they do covers for each other's comics. So clearly it's not that hard to work with Ethan Van Sciver. This is a flat out lie.
Ethan, everybody knows that. So that's why he got fired from DC and Marvel.
No, he got fired from DC and Marvel for having the wrong opinion.
It wasn't just him voting for Trump.
Yeah, perfect example. You talk about pattern of behavior.
That was actually 100% the reason why.
Ethan wants people to think about it as just this one thing or belief that he has that he did that got him fired. When in fact, I was paying attention because I was a fucking fan of his, man. I watched it all happen over the course of a few years, where he went from being one of my favorite artists working on some of my favorite comics to, oh, he said this? Oh, god damn. And then he would apologize. And then, he would do it again a little bit later. And it seemed like amp up in intensity each time, to the point where,
once again, doesn't show any evidence to his claims, as these people typically do. If you're going to make a claim about somebody and say they're doing something, show the proof of what you are talking about.
Eventually, DC, as any company should do, just like, man, you're giving us bad press. The comic book press talks about this every time you the comic book press is talking about every time you do something like this, they have to cover it, and that reflects on us. And it's like, it's just business. And if it benefited DC for him to,
kind of interesting, even after Ethan was removed from DC, deadlines are still not met at DC or Marvel for comic books that they're releasing.
Do that, then they would have kept him on, I'm sure, but it didn't benefit them. And it also has an effect on his coworkers. That's another, going back to the Gina Carano thing and how that affects other people. They want to just focus on themselves as the victim, and like, this only affects me.
Gina Carano was literally removed from Disney because she disagreed with putting pronouns in her bio, because weirdos wanted her to put pronouns in her bio. And the fact that they misinterpreted an image that she retweeted over on Instagram.
I'm so fucking, persecuted, and it's like, do you not think about the effect you have on the people?
And then they made her they tried to shame her with a legion of people who were a part of the trans community
Around you?
and basically told them to fuck off.
Too? Like, it's
As she should.
not just about your views. And as Mark Brooks explained when he was on this channel, he knows
Oh, don't get me started on Mark Brooks. He's a piece of shit trying to go toe-to-toe with Eric July all the time about his comic book. He's a raging leftist too, so don't even get me started on Mark Brooks. Mark Brooks is a piece of shit, trying to fight with everyone. He's a low-level employee grunt who clearly traces all the shit he draws. So,
personally several conservatives, Republicans that currently and still work in the comic book industry, mainstream industry. The reason that they're able to get away, that Van Sciver and stuff is able to get away with that line, is because these other Republicans just don't talk about it publicly.
exactly, and you should be able to talk about it publicly without the consequence of being persecuted for voting a different way. So you basically just admitted, they made the claim that he wasn't removed because of who he voted for, yet the reason these other people aren't removed for who they voted for because they don't speak out. So you just contradicted yourself in 2 minutes, in less than 2 minutes, essentially. So because Ethan Van Sciver spoke out about who he voted for, he got removed from DC because they're raging leftists, and the people who don't speak out about who they voted for don't get removed because they don't talk about who they voted for, because they know they will be removed from DC for speaking out about who they voted for. Make it make sense, my dude. You are talking about being the most you are the most disingenuous person in this panel, in these clips, because you like to call other people racist, sexist all the time, yet you do exactly what you claim other people do, and agree with what people say as far as spewing bad words that are racially biased, racial towards other people, excuse me. Like the C word that guy used. Like, come on, bro. You're not helping your case. When you call other people racist and sexist, and yet you hang around people who freely and openly use racially insensitive words towards people you disagree with. That's just clear hypocrisy, and you need to realize that you're an idiot. But you'll never realize you're an idiot because you hang around other idiots, and you hang around a bunch of yes men who will essentially go along with your stupidity, we'll say. I think I'm gonna end the video right there, guys. Thank you all for checking it out. If you did like the video, hit that like button. Really do appreciate all the new subscribers that have joined me. Hoping to get monetized this year. I'm pushing hard for 1,000 subs and the 4,000 watch hours needed to get monetized on YouTube. So comment below what your feelings about this are. Subscribe for more content. Hit the bell for notifications. Set it to all, that way you get notifications anytime I post a new video. And I will see you all on the next one. Peace.